To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that?
Welcome to the DCTV Report for the week ending Saturday, July 22nd, 2017. I'm Edward O'Hare, nicknamed Be Determined. The summer stretch continues with another Preacher episode, along with yet another bonus retro pick. Can you dig it? Monday, Preacher. In flashbacks, we saw Tulip and Jesse lose a baby after getting screwed by Carlos. They tried living a life without crime and both became depressed and miserable. They split up. Jesse headed back to Annville to start preaching, and Tulip moved to New Orleans and ended up marrying Victor until she got a lead on Carlos's whereabouts. In the present, all of Victor's goons remained frozen by Genesis while Jesse figured out what to do with Victor. Meanwhile, Tulip brought Victor's daughter Allie back to Dennis's place and punched Cassidy for blabbing. Cassidy went over to the mansion and was able to convince Jesse to let Victor live in exchange for divorce papers. Last minute reveal, the Saint of Killers busted into Vic's mansion, killing everyone except Allie, who gave up where to find Jesse. Let's not forget our retro pick for this week. Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, Season 4, Episode 6, The People vs. Lois Lane. First aired October 26th, 1996. So Superman, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, was a mid-90s show. Starred Dean Cain, Terry Hatcher, Lane Smith, Justin Whalen, Eddie Jones, and Kay Callan. This is mid-90s Superman. This was the rom-com that had a little bit of superhero action in it. This episode takes place in the 4th season. It's just after Lois and Clark have finally gotten married, and they're moving into their new apartment, and settling into the new home and putting on the wallpaper is all interrupted when Lois gets framed for murder and has to go on trial. I'm not gonna lie, this one's a little bit of a disappointment. I do have fond memories of this show, but this isn't one of their greatest moments. This is, as the series was winding down, once they got married, they sort of ran out of story to tell, and because their effects budget was more and more dwindling, you don't see a lot of flying action. It's just zoomings in and out, quick animations, which is good for the time, but I just wish there was more like superhero fighting action. The villain in this is just some guy who's deciding to frame Lois, and like a lot of Lois and Clark episodes, it's the thing where as long as Superman doesn't realize who the villain is or what's going on, he's completely in the dark. Now this is a two-parter, so it ends on a cliffhanger. So you know there isn't that resolution. And just a quick warning: anyone who has any cursory knowledge of the criminal justice system, this is going to hurt your brain. But it's still Superman. It's still fun. These characters are great. I personally love Lane Smith as Perry White. He's my favorite of the Perry Whites that we've seen over the last 60 so years. I think even though this episode might not be worth it, the show is definitely worth a watch, especially in the earlier seasons. So check it out. Hope you enjoy it. And that's the DCTV Report for this week. You can find me here and on the Wicked Theory podcast, live every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on Mixlr. Feel free to download us wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and visit us at wickedtheory.com. I'm Edward O'Hare, and this has been a Wicked Theory Studios production.